Hello and welcome to another episode of Badman Reviews. This week we'll be talking about Gears of War 4 because I have yet to get Skylanders Crash Edition in my mailbox. Damn you EB Games! But until then, I just bought the new Gears of War, and with my huge past and love for the game, I had to see what direction the Coalition would be taking the game in, especially after the ending that Gears of War 3 gave us. So, let's hop in and see how this campaign stands up to the last 3. Also, I won't be talking about the multiplayer just due to the fact I haven't touched on it much, so don't expect that, and there will be spoilers, so keep that in mind as well. Gears of War 4 takes place 25 years in the future, following JD Phoenix, the son of Marcus and Anya, alongside his teammates Delmont and Kate. Most of the intro to the game has you fighting a new enemy called DBs, that are the COG's new robotic friends used to protect their cities and defend their supplies, which may be cooler than the main enemy in the game, sadly. After some chainsawing and stabbing through some robots, we make our way to what is the new main enemy in this Gears trilogy, the Swarm. Truthfully, a bit disappointing, seeing as the main enemies are pretty much just a recolored locust with a few new enemies thrown into the mix. It really doesn't feel much different from the original games, just another sequel, new guns, new enemies, and new characters. However, there is a specific point in this campaign that does get me excited for the future. Closer to the end of the campaign, we see DBs and the Swarm fighting each other, and the Swarm takes over the DBs, turning them red and having them fight against you with special Swarm powers, which is actually pretty cool, and I can't wait to see what they do with this in the future because I enjoy fighting the DBs probably more than the Swarm itself, so this could come with some really cool concepts in the future games. But the gameplay of the story leaves a lot to be desired. Thankfully, the narrative in the story is actually what kept me interested in playing. The mystery behind the Swarm and where they come from and how they connect to the Locust is a very interesting concept that makes me coming up with ideas on how they came to be. On top of that, the end of the story has our friend Kate showing off her grandmother's necklace, which through the whole game looks like nothing special, until it's turned around showing a Locust symbol, having us wonder, was Kate's grandmother the Locust Queen or related to her somehow? We won't know until Gears 5 sadly though, since that was kind of the cliffhanger they decided to leave us on. Truthfully, I wish this Gears was less linear. There seemed to be less choose which way you want to go options than in the past games. But even with that on the next-gen consoles, I was really hoping for something new in the campaign. Maybe allowing us to explore a larger area, giving us more options on how to flank or enter into a building. But instead we got our standard walk through corridors and cut through some shit every once in a while. I'm not saying it wasn't fun, but the new wind flare hazards were annoying, one-hit bosses were also annoying, and tons of bullet sponge enemies really made the game feel less than what its predecessors built up on. If you want to play Gears 4 for the campaign, I would tell you to wait until the price drops tremendously. If you want to play for the multiplayer or Horde, I would say it's a good purchase. But the campaign by itself was a huge letdown, and I think you should wait a bit to purchase if the campaign is all you're looking forward to.